Alrighty guys, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all doing well. And it's time to get this show on the road. So as always guys, good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all better than myself. Got a croaky bad throat, to be honest. We'll try my best, coming down a bit of a cold, but nonetheless we are here to see what we can come up with on the charts. And the good news is got potentially a signal on gold here in 9 minutes forming, so I'll go over that. Looking for some potential gold sells here. Did get in some gold buys earlier today for a nice win as well, which I can maybe cover a little bit later on. Did call out in the VIP. So now looking for options to sell it though. Guys, let's quickly have a look at the news to see what we've got in regards to anything scheduled moving forward here today. You'll have to bear with me guys, I clear my throat a bit today. So nothing high impact in regards to our session here. We've had some RBNZ, so Bank of New Zealand news, but nothing, and obviously AUD news, but nothing in regards to the pound or the dollar. Therefore gold should be pretty smooth sailing moving forward in regards to news. Guys, without further ado, if you could make sure to smash that screen for me on TikTok, YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like button. Do say g'day guys, don't be shy. If you have any charts or any questions, anything you'd like me to have a look at, feel free to send those into the chat and I'll get to you guys all shortly. But without further ado, let's take a look at the gold and starting the weekly time frame. Once again, forming a strong bearish candle at the minute and not got that upper wick, but so long as any pullback which has so far been met by resistance is continued to be met by resistance, then there is not much of a need for us to pull back up and create that upper wick. Still chance, yes, we could do it, but we need to break through levels we have previously formed on the move to the downside within the current weekly candle in order for it to potentially flip and create that upper wick. Onto the daily time frame. What we can see is it's structurally still bullish. We do have obviously a strong bearish candle in the previous day's candle. It did tap into some support here to the left, and so far we've created a higher low to the previous daily candle, so we are respecting that support, a pretty strong level. So off the back of that, we're also going to mark in the current daily candle's high and look to see what we've got above that point there, because there could be some potential buy options in line with the actual structure itself, but against the candle probabilities. Onto the 4 hour, and as we can see, it's quite evident the 4 hours bouncing off a key level here. It's the last significant higher low here on the 4 hours. So as long as we remain above this 32.79, roughly 78, we are technically going to be bullish in structure in that time frame. So we're going to mark in, we'll worry about the most recent levels for the time being. We will obviously adjust if need be, if price does come back down. Resistance will mark it in on the 30. Otherwise, the most recent level to the upside is this 33.42 to 33.50 region. So once again, we are still bullish in structure on the 4 hour as well. So we've got the weekly, I'm calling it bearish. We've got the daily as bullish at support, bouncing off support. 4 hour bullish, bouncing off the last significant high low. So far the bias is technically to the upside. However, looking at the 30, we can soon just realize that we've got a neutral bias here today moving forward yet again on gold. 30-minute structure is still technically bearish. Nothing has actually flipped in regards to the structure. Nothing will flip, as the way I see it anyway, until price begins to pop above 33, 50, 51, that sort of region. So at the current daily candle's high though, we have formed some minor resistance above that level. We can see we've got some very clean traffic to the left hand side as well. So if we were to, if price was to begin to pop above resistance formed at the current daily candle's high, seeing we have pulled back after creating that resistance, form support. If we do approach and close above that point there, I would be looking for my options to take a buy, whether that be on the 30 or 15. So just looking for the buys above that point there. What I can also see is though, I mean, you could drag that zone down to that point there, and what we can see is we've actually tapped into it and we are currently rejecting. So off the back of that, we're about to go down to the 15-minute time frame. I can just adjust, actually I'll keep that zone for the time being. So off the back of that, if it was purely off the 30-minute time frame, for me, there would not be much of a catalyst. Big reason being is because the previous bullish candle is a very strong bullish candle. So in order for me to have a catalyst on the 30, just based on that particular time frame without looking to the 15, I would need to see this candle close either one of two things: bearish engulfing, so below that bullish candle's low, or strong bearish lower high lower low. Obviously it's not going to happen. So this is where I can go down to the 15-minute time frame and look for a further potential catalyst. And what I'm seeing is, guys, once again we have tapped in. Now if the 15 engulfs, what we're going to have is, again, that single candle catalyst, but on the 15, which will still close the 30-minute candle back bearish after retesting the resistance formed at the current daily candle's high. So the back of that, if price was to close very close to, preferably engulfing, but if not very close to the low of that bullish candle, I would look to take a sell on the following candle. As long as it creates the upper wick and begins to break the catalyst candle's low, that would be a potential sell entry for me. However, if we close like so, it's not strong enough confirmation. I would just need to wait, but be looking for options to sell from the current level. And otherwise, guys, seeing these neutral buys, just gonna wait for it to pop down. Once again, it's a 32.95, same level as yesterday we spoke about as a level price could potentially tap into, and look for options to buy it from that point, from back at 4-hour support yet again. So hopefully that makes sense. So we're potentially got an option presenting here on gold. I'm just gonna make sure I'm actually on gold, my MetaTrader. Let us know if it made sense, guys. Also make sure to, if you like the analysis, make sure to smash that screen on TikTok, YouTube, hit that like button. So what I'm looking at now is on my broker, what is the lowest point of the current M30, and that is 33.0519. So around 33.05 flat could be a potential entry point, but again, I don't want this candle to reject in the last 2 and a bit minutes. Once close strong near its low for it to be valid. Otherwise, we're just going up against a very strong bullish 30-minute candle, and my concern would be, or could be, that this may just be a pause within price action for us to continue up further into resistance and potentially begin to break above the current daily candle's high. Seeing we do have a lot of volume coming in on that previous candle. It's also the 4-hour coming to a close, so just wait. We don't have to jump into anything that's not, not of quality. So before I look at, actually I'll quickly look at GJ just to make sure. Yeah, to me, GJ, there is no margin to that point there. I did mark up a chart sent into my members group. I'm more interested in looking for the buy options from this current level. We are still technically bullish as well. Not much has changed here on GJ. So for me, I'm actually still preferring the buys. I would skip the potential sell at this point because you just don't have the margin down to the next potential support. You'll be lucky to get 10 pips out of that. So I'll have a look at GJ properly in just over a minute if gold does not provide my catalyst. Meantime, guys, don't forget YouTube, smash the like button. Bartman, Lau, appreciate you guys, always there for me. I do appreciate it, really do. TikTok, to the 100 of you already on stream, welcome. Don't forget to follow if you've not already done so. I do this daily, and we've got a really good stream record, got a good record in general. So just waiting here on gold. It doesn't look like at this stage that we're going to have a valid entry. And I will have a look and read of all your comments to TikTok shortly. Once I've done the analysis on GJ. Phil, good day to you, mate. Hope you're well. I'll send my members a link shortly. Bullrider84, learning a lot. Cheers, mate. Appreciate the fact that you're learning. Hopefully others are learning. Alright, so it's not valid, guys. It's not a strong enough closure up against that very strong 30-minute bullish candle bouncing off 4-hour support. So I need to wait for a little bit more data to print. In the meantime, I will have a look at GJ and do the top down on that, and then get to the TikTok chat and have a look. Alright, so Weekly is still forming bullish engulfing at the minute. Do obviously have that high low high high, but back of that, similar to gold but in the opposite direction. I'll be looking to see within this current weekly candle, when I go down to the minor time frame, also to 30, what levels we have formed within this current candle, and we are currently pulling back. And if we do respect any of those levels, we could have options to buy it back up towards the current weekly candle's high. Having said that, if we begin to break those minor levels formed within the current weekly candle, it could also provide some potential options to take yourself back down to the next minor level. Onto the daily time frame, still bullish in structure. Current candle and inside bar candle, so obviously no candle probabilities just yet in the current candle. However, the previous candle was a very strong bullish candle, so bullish in structure. Let's just move on to the 4-hour time frame here, and that is also technically bullish in structure and currently just banking a bit of a pullback. Gonna mark in the most recent resistance that price has broken out of on the 4-hour time frame, and that could be a potential point where price pulls back to. We could look for options for it to form support from that level around that 194.20 for potential buys. I did mention yesterday, we do begin to consolidate around that zone and pop back below it. That could also be us looking for options to sell from back below 194 flat. Onto the 30, as we can see, we're now approaching a bit of minor support here to the left at 194.350. So for the time being, guys, I don't mind the fact that we're making a relatively decent move from the low. Obviously the previous candle was a strong bearish engulfing. I would like to see now price create a clean move down to its previous 4-hour level, form support, and look for my price action catalyst from that support for some potential buys. So the catalyst will depend on how we approach and how we form at this level. Could be a bullish engulfing, could be a liquidity candle, could be a bit of consolidation as price begins to pull away. But nonetheless, I want to see price pop back down to this 4-hour level and look for my potential options to buy it from that point there. Aside from that, let's quickly go down to the 15-minute time frame, and what we can see is the most recent resistance formed within the current daily candle is this point at 194.770 roughly. So therefore, we have popped down into some minor support here to the left. If we were to bounce and begin to pop above the resistance formed with relatively clean traffic to the left, I see us with potential option to buy it back up towards 195 flat. So off the back of that, once again, if price was to begin to pop above the 194.770 region, be waiting for a closure above, retest, and then I can look for options to buy. The preference would be for it to pop back down to retest this 4-hour zone and then bounce. I could look for options to buy from a little bit lower down, so we still are technically bullish the way I see it. However, otherwise I'm just going to be looking for the buys back above that 194.760. Quickly down to the back onto the 4-hour, just gonna mark in the resistance to the upside, which I forgot to do. And aside from that, all I'm likely going to be doing on GJ, if I cannot get involved in the buy, seeing it's in a big uptrend at the minute, I'm just going to wait for the 4-hour range to trade the 4-hour range. If I was to look for a sell, so if price pop up to 195.30 to 40 sort of region, look for rejection. At that point there, if we do respect that previous daily candle's high, I feel there's a good chance we could just be range bound. We could look for sells based off that. So again, the 30, the way I see it, still technically bullish. I know people are going to be looking at thinking now it's for forming lower highs, lower lows, but in regards to structure, it's all irrelevant because this is the one big impulse move to the upside. So therefore, what you're often going to find in amongst this is the pullbacks are going to be quite shallow. And eventually, if price was to find support and a level of liquidity, which could be this 4-hour zone, what you're more likely to see is a stronger movement in the direction of the trend. So that's why I'm again hesitant and a little bit cautious when it comes to the counter trend trades at the minute on GJ, and rather just wait for the support to form and look for options to buy it. So that is my plan on both the gold and GJ, guys. Hopefully that makes sense. Make sure to hit that screen, TikTok, smash that like button, YouTube. I'll get to the TikTok. Surely gold making a bit of a move down, all good. So now I need to reassess What I might need to now wait for is this 15 to close bearish, followed by a minor pause on the next M15 with bullish candle, which could look something like so. Let me just draw it in quickly. And if that presents, I could look for options to sell below that little minor support form below the resistance. Otherwise, it's just not my trade. Again, I've created the rule. The rule was I want this count to close stronger. Did not do so. I'm just chilling for the time being. Daniel at 23, good morning. Can you lower the music, please? Yes, I can. Apologies. I normally do that right away. I forgot. TikTok now. Apologies, I'm getting to you guys just now. So once again, welcome. Thank you to all new followers. Let me skim through the chat. Good morning from Norway. Bill, good morning to you, mate. Welcome. What pair is this? This is gold. XAUSD spot gold. Chris Malik, what do you think of your opinion matters? What do you think of UNH? I have no idea what UNH is, to be honest, my friend. 5 minute looks alright, guys. If anyone does trade the 5 minute, you've probably got a decent entry just now, I mean. It's not my time frame, so yep. Chris Malik, welcome to you. Yusuf, yes, this is gold. Fareed, you're buying EU 113050. What, you're in a buy, or are you waiting for it to pull back to that point? Azza, good day to you. Welcome, mate. Having a win? Yeah, I had a win earlier today on gold. Wow, this is just dropping. How much you can do when it does this, if it doesn't tick the box in accordance to my plan. I mean, the only thing was the 5 minute. Not something I trade off. Harry, hello to you. ETH. It all depends on Bitcoin, my friend. It all depends on Bitcoin, because the longer Bitcoin holds this 105 level, it was level from this level more so lower down. As long as Bitcoin holds that level, then at some point the alts are going to take off again. ETH, obviously the higher cap alts, I feel the better options. Personally, don't trade the crypto though. But ETH is something I do have. It's the only crypto I really have anything of at the moment. TKG detailing, sorry I missed the gold analysis this morning. Do you think we'll break to the upside? Look, we keep rejecting. So at this rate, I'm going to look for buys from lower down. So I got in a buy earlier today, which I did call out into my members group. I did have a little lower wick on my broker. Doesn't really have it here. Which I secured around 33 pips it was on a gold buy early at the Japanese market open. Kept a runner and went off to the gym, and the runner got taken out at break even, but nonetheless was still a good win. Once again, it was called out into my group. Not that many are trading that time of day. Asian session analysis. Mention it here. Off the back of some analysis that will, off the back of the NY session from yesterday with the members group. Speaking of, I'm just going to let you guys in. I mentioned that buying gold from this particular level would be a good option if you can get a decent confirmation, price bouncing off the 4-hour support, forming a bit of structure, which is exactly what we had. We also had the hourly closing very strong bullish candle. That was this candle here. So off the back of that, popped up, popped back down to create a small lower wick, and then popped straight back up again. Was treated into the trade, and really good trade. Had basically no drawdown, and it was a quick one as well. Just how I like it. Saw there was some members analysis. Mr. Phil. This is EU. Yep, still looking for the buys from above this support, sells from back below. Yep, fair enough. Adam, Shark, good day to you. Welcome. Hannah B is a buy on Nvidia at 131 too high. Nah, to be honest, I don't trade equities. Nvidia 8. I don't trade it. I don't invest in any at the minute. Yeah, to me it looks a little bit too run up. I know they did release earning reports. I think it was yesterday or 2 days back. Looks like it may have been on the positive side for Nvidia. Yeah, to be honest, I'd prefer to buy it at a discount. At the moment, to me, I see it more at a premium. So I would personally stay away from it. It's like gold. We'll be getting it at a discount shortly. Just have to wait. Oh, sniper. I was looking for slightly stronger closure there on the 15. Yeah, otherwise the 5 was the play, but yeah, I'm not just going to jump in because I didn't tick the box of the 15. I'm not just going to use the 5 to justify an entry. To be honest, guys, I feel quite rank as well, so bear with me. $2 EU. All right, so the weekly is forming quite a strong bearish candle, rejecting resistance here to the left. Daily candle probabilities are to the downside. If we were to begin to break low of the current daily candle, obviously it's got a lower wick, so it's formed support at that level. If it was to break the support, logically, there's a high probability it's going to come back down to 112.786. Strength in the DXY at the minute as well. The 4 hour still bullish in structure the way I see it. Yes, we are forming lower highs, lower lows, and look at that. For once again, the good old interruption play which you learnt about on this stream. Will not have learned about it anywhere else. Impulse, pause, engulfing. Once you have that, you've got a valid sell limit order. It would have triggered you in with very little drawdown, and you'd be safely and well and truly in some nice profits at the minute. It's relevant across the board, even on the high time frame. It did play out on gold a few weeks back. I mentioned it to my team. Didn't actually take the trade in the end, but I mentioned this level as a level I'd be looking for that limit order play on. Stop loss is back again. It's a wider, you got a wider stop, wider target. You'd be safely in profit. You would have been sat in a bit of drawdown, but once again, same thing. Impulse, pause, impulse, get triggered in just here, and look at it now. Same thing here. Impulse, pause, impulse, get triggered in just here. Still, if you had it, you'd been well and truly and safely in massive profit. So it's a very powerful entry. That's something learnt about first on this stream. Pure price action, guys. No indicators, nothing like that. No fair value gaps or imbalances or any of that stuff. Sorry, back to EU. All right, so the weekly bearish daily, once again, structurally still remains bullish, but candle probabilities are to the downside. 4 hour is still bullish as well. Just going to mark in that's the most recent resistance support. Marking these lows. Obviously, we've got support the current daily low. M30 is bearish. So off the back of that, the bias is neutral. Definitely be interested in sells below the current low. 100%. I would, if I was trading EU, price was to come back down towards the current daily candles low, recently just formed support at that level, I would be looking for a sell to take it back down. So sells below 112,950. And otherwise at the minute, maybe a cheeky little pause on a 30, a weak bearish candle closure, and maybe a little entry as price begins to break in the following candle. The issue is running into some more resistance here, so probably best at this point to let price react to 113 or 40, 400 to 440, and buys above it look good. Otherwise, look for rejection and confirmations to sell it. That's my opinion of EU. Got snap in on 10, but you pulse some risk. Yeah, all good, mate. Wasn't a bad entry. You guys know how strict I am. If I have a plan and just doesn't tick the box, I'm not going to jump in because that's just FOMO. And if I get wrecked, I get shitty at myself. And I'm trying so hard to drum it into some of my team. Really trying hard. Don't worry if you miss a move. It's all good. There's plenty of other moves to come. Yesterday I was 5 minutes late to the moves, just the stream. I started 5 minutes later. Obviously start later in general on Tuesday, but I was just a few minutes late to the moves on yesterday's stream. Didn't rush it, didn't FOMO into anything, stuck to the plan. Didn't get an option yesterday at all. This morning my time, option came during the Asian session. Took advantage of that. Now just waiting again. It's the best thing you can do as a trader. Carl, no, nothing at minute. Amante, really liked buy from sports. Can you tell me what could be bad on long term or of that type of trade? What could be bad? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing bad about it, mate. As long as you get the right confirmation, you've got clean traffic within the range to take a buy, and there is absolutely nothing bad about it. I think it's a good trade to become familiar with. Obviously, you've got the advantage of being in the VIP, so you can obviously access the course and grading the trades grading the trade section, so you know what the most probable scenario is to look out for as on a buy from support. So there's nothing bad about it, mate. It's probably my favorite, or one of my favorite entries. Are you willing to enter gold today? Possibly. I'm always willing to enter as long as I get the right confirmation. Hello from Malaysia, Adam. Good day to you, Adam Shah. I appreciate it. Yours, Mendoza. Temporality. Thank you for all the new followers. Feel free to ask questions, guys. Don't be shy. MK Melly, bearish trend. Bias is neutral for me on gold here today. You're selling the Gbpjpy. Yep, fair enough. I hope you're in profit. Mario, yes, this is gold. Pavel, I'm for sell. Yusuf, should we buy or sell? At the minute, I'm waiting to buy it because sell's come and gone. Jimmy says sell. Mimi, buy or sell. Again, I'm waiting for potential options to buy it from a bit lower down this rate. And GJ, also I'm looking for options to buy it. God's favor 001. Sorry mate, just one sec. New here, how can you start training? Thanks, just watch the streams. You'll learn a lot just by turning up on a daily. I mean, there's a lot in regards to the terminology in that. You're not going to understand a lot of what I say, but don't stress it, because the more you watch the streams, the more obviously follow what I do. Have a watch of the videos in my profile. That will help explain a fair bit of it. There is one particular video in there which even shows you how to start, you know, it's from the very beginning, opening an account for broker, all that sort of stuff. So it's all there. Phil, good day to you, mate. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. A little bit under the weather, but all good otherwise.
Well, hope it's nothing serious.
No, all good, mate. Just a bit of a cold, so
Yeah, okay.
just a common cold, mate. You're looking at EU?
Yep. Yeah. I was actually looking for a late buy option,
Yeah.
but the candle closed without a top wick, so I'm
Yeah, it's a
kinda like,
bit off-putting.
yeah. I was looking at it on the early, so I was on the early. This like a liquidity candle. I wanted to take like a
Yeah.
buy liquid.
At support as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that one thing that's lacking, I understand. So what are you gonna wait for now? Maybe a bit of a pause on the hourly?
Yeah, if this one would close like a week bearish, then I can take it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because I think the time you check the analysis I sent in the group, I did not add the explanation yet.
Yep.
I added some
Just
explanation there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Structure is bullish over daily candle from yesterday's bearish golfing, indicating bearish probabilities, reason I still consider shorts. Yeah, I understand that. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
All good, mate.
If this will not work well, and then I would consider the shots below or above.
Yeah, I agree about that.
Next.
Correct. I completely the back. Nice one, brother.
Yeah, yesterday also the pullback sale that I did mention in the live, it did work out well later.
Nice one. Just here?
Yeah, just there.
Yeah, that would have been a cracking entry. Absolutely picture perfect. It's retested a level. It's rejected that level. And you've also got a liquidity candle engulfing. Absolutely perfect. What the hourly look like as well. Strong on the hourly as well. So off the back of that, you could also.
Yeah, on the early, it's directly tested and rejected from that area. So
Yeah.
it was just perfect. A very nice one.
So I'd look at it in the hourly and think, yes, it's a good candle. It's not quite fantastic candlestick against that bullish candle. But when you go down to the 30, that just says it all. That would be for me an A+ entry. A+ every time. So you took the trade, or?
Nah, I didn't take it. I was a little busy at the time. I saw it when it's gone already.
Yeah, it happens, mate. Obviously it happened to me yesterday and took advantage of a nice gold trade earlier today.
And lately I noticed like the majors mostly they work very well in the Asian session, Asian Open.
To be honest, especially gold. Gold has a lot of volume. EU.
EU as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that
EU
true.
Yeah.
It's not how it really looks to trade during the Asian session, but the Asian session has been fantastic of late.
Yeah.
GU the same, nice moves. AU a bit choppier, but gold always tends to make some nice moves during it of late. Yeah, so just time to wait again. Slashy, thank you for sharing a live. What time frame do you trade on, Mudsy? Mainly the 15 and 30. Narinja, welcome to you. Once again, thank you to new followers. Pack to Matrix, gold, yeah, so it's just bouncing between this minor range now and bouncing off the 4-hour support. So at the minute, I'm just waiting to see if price comes back down to it. Otherwise, I need a price action catalyst, which I don't really have at 1 at the minute. It's all good. Chill, we wait. Have a watch on my story later, guys, and I'll explain how we plan, we wait, we execute. If and when the time comes, it may not come on stream, it may come on the stream, who knows, it may come during the Asian session. If you're on a chart, it may come if you're on during the London session, but away from stream, or could happen on stream, or could happen during MI session. We never know. One of the things to have the plan, and if you are on the charts for it, fantastic. If not, you just need to accept it and move on. Don't force it. Yeah, I used to fear having a look at it. Mimi, thank you for that sticker, by the way. I just realized it. Quinton as well. Appreciate it. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I'm a bit slow when it comes to reacting to the chat at times. All right, JJ just pulling back. Franco, good morning to you, mate. Hope you're well. Mergendra, what do you think of gold for the next 3 months? Will it go down or move? I don't know, mate. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm a scalper. I'm not interested in swings. If you ask me my personal opinion of gold, I'm very bullish of it. Doesn't mean it can't pull back, first of all, prior to moving back up towards the all-time high and creating a new all-time high. I don't know a great deal about fundamentals and that type of thing. I do watch podcasts and things like that and listen while I'm driving about, you know, world economies and all that. So I'm still of the opinion gold will go up, but if in fact we do go into recession, like, to be honest, a lot of these economies have been in recession for a long time now. But if it's actually realized and people fret and take their money out of equities, they're going to take their money out of everything, to be honest, and probably go into cash. Therefore, gold will also take a bit of a hit, not as much as equities, so I wouldn't expect it to drop too much. But it would not surprise me at some point if it comes back down towards that 3K, 3100, that sort of region. But I think gone are the days of, you know, lower numbers on gold, to be honest. Though maybe 2800, but I'm very bullish on it. Gold and silver, big time. Love my silver. Carl stream is pausing. Oh really? Crispy honeybean. Oh really? Apologies, guys. Quinton, thank you for the sticker again, mate. Adam, earlier today, nothing at the minute though. I'm talking about Asian session entry. Got my lozenges here. Still went to the gym, probably not a great thing, but can't help it. So what else are we looking at, guys? Anyone else currently running any trades on anything at the minute? Still got 30 minutes until a session open here. So gold M30 close back, weak bearish. Not ideal, to be honest. Leaving this long low wick makes it a little bit more tricky the way we're pulling up halfway into this level of support. Sorry, into this range of the support. So what I would really like to see happen just now is price come back up and look to see if we're going to reject or begin to pop above the daily high. Ideally, but the chart can do whatever they want. I can't you know, nothing I can do about it. Just need to patiently wait. Carl, you're in gold bias 5-minute entry, reasoning based on high time frames on the risky entries, but still valid. Interesting. It's the thing, for someone more experienced who trades off that time frame, I can understand it, but the issue is when, you know, maybe some of you guys here, someone took a trade on the 5-minute and I'm going to start trading the 5-minute, and especially my guys, I'm worried that they're going to start getting into that habit of thinking, well, you know, what you were looking for in regards to the rules to be ticked off on your particular time frame, 15 or 30 didn't present, so all of a sudden I'm just going to start trading the 5-minute because it presents. But then you're going to get all muddled up. You're going to have times where it may present a 5, but it's nowhere near an option on the 15 and 30, and then you get absolutely rolled, and then you think to yourself, why not just stick to my original plan? So again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing if you're an experienced trader off that time frame, even the 3-minute, even the 1-minute, who am I to judge? But for me, my time frame is the 15 and 30. Yes, I get involved in less trades, but for sure I am extremely confident in all my entries, and I know there is a very high probability it's going to be on the right side of things. As exact same thing happened today on my gold buy. Carl, no, not a problem, mate, not a problem. I'm glad that you guys are doing well. Just I know some of my guys, especially some of the newer ones, have still got that impulsive recklessness about their trading. I don't want them to get the wrong impression that it's all good to just drop the time frame. Sorry guys, my throat is cooked, to be honest. Just a stand bloke. G'day to you, mate. I like your name. Yeah, M15. Melbourne, brother. Assuming you're somewhere in Oz as well. By that profile name. Chris, morning to you, mate. It's better to wait for London Open. Not necessarily. I mean, at this point, we may have a valid option at the Open, but you don't need to just wait for London Open, because there's going to be volatility or volume about, for the most part, to be honest, you know, from the start of the stream when you got the EU opening up. But having said that, you're going to see moves all throughout the day. Asian session, there's plenty of options, as I've mentioned earlier. You kind of, the only time I definitely will not trade is that dead zone, the dead pocket between NY close and the Sydney Open. And Sydney Open I wouldn't trade as well. It's just not enough volume. I'd be waiting until the Tokyo Open, which is what I did today. Melbourne also, just bloke, nice one. To the Z's in the chat. Hi bro from Singapore, nice to have you here, mate. Welcome. Q Besant. You trading live funds or prop firm? Live. Yeah, a bit sick of saying the story or telling the story, but yeah, had a very big funded account taken away from me because I was due a payout and they didn't want to pay out. So freaking frustrating. Andrew, do you find gold do you find much volume? Oh mate, Asian session gold, there's whoever's on the internet that some of you follow that say don't trade Asian session, there's no volume, shit, just consolidates. Gold, I honestly believe gold probably moves the best during the Asian session for the most part. It has heaps of volume, mate. doesn't always make a massive move or sustained move, but there's always volume about during the Asian session. I've always mentioned though, what happens is the markets tend to go in a bit in cycles, so you'll get a couple months where Asian session tends to make all the moves. You have a couple months where you get plenty of options during the London session, and then you have a couple months with option. Well, pretty much all the time NY is going to move because of the high impact news about senior trading against the US dollar. But I mean, for the most part, you can't go wrong trading the Asian session. I mean, you can if you don't follow your plan. But the volume is definitely there. It's definitely there during the Asian session. Predominantly being MNQ, NQ. Yeah, so that's different. Gold for sure, but yeah, I'm not sure about NQ. I probably wouldn't bother, to be honest. Good to know though, can maybe trade Asian London and forget about MY. That's fair enough, mate. Yeah, I love Asian session gold, but to be honest, I also love doing what, you know, my own thing, so I don't want to be sat in the charts all day. So it happens to be that today I got an entry before I wanted to go off and go to the gym, do my own stuff, do my shopping, all that sort of thing. Don Cartel, thank you for the sticker. Kazel, should I sell or buy, bro? At the minute, there's nothing. Just need to wait. It's right in the middle of a range. Chris Fletcher, how long did you start stream, mate? Just so I know when best to wake up. I start 10 to 7 a.m. UK time. You are in UK, aren't you, mate? You Besant, nice, thank you. No, it wasn't nice, to be honest, because it was a 300k account which cost me $6,000. I need to have it taken away from me when I was due a payout, because they didn't want to pay out the pricks. So just be really careful with the funded accounts. I have offers constantly in my DMs from all sorts, guys, all sorts, brokers, funded prop firms, all that stuff. But I don't sell out because I don't want to promote anything that, you know, could put my loyal viewers at, you know, in danger of losing their hard-earned cash. Amy Jeffrey, gold will touch 31.35. I mean, it could do so in the future, who knows? But I'm not so bothered about that for the time being. I'm just more focused on current price action. I think it's a new sub on YouTube, by the way. It's a long hard slog on YouTube. Stephen Griffiths, welcome. Nice one from North Wales. Fair distance away from where I am, but welcome. Good to have you on the stream. Just a standard bloke. I'm been practicing on a demo account for about 5 months now. I said to myself 6 months before I start using real cash. That's fine, mate. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't just jump straight into a live account. Practice makes perfect. Gather a set of data on a particular strategy that you use that resonates with you, whether it be, you know, price action, balances, fair value gaps, SMC, whatever it is. Determine what works for you, give it, or what resonates with you, give it a go for a few months. Journal. Once you've done so, have a look at the results, and you're going to start to see some patterns as to what works, what doesn't work, and perhaps you focus more on what works and not try to fix what doesn't work. That's how I would go about it. That's what I always say to my guys. Fareed running 10 pips on EU. Yep, you mentioned earlier, nice one. Every needs, you don't have bias yet. Don't have bias. Bias is neutral for me on gold today. It's just in the middle of a range, so there's nothing I can do at the minute. But we will see. We will see, guys. We'll just come up with a bit of a plan. Wait. Plan at the minute is to exactly wait. That is the plan. But I want to wait for this candle to draw closer to London Open, and we'll see where we're at, and then I'll come up with the next potential plan. What I'll be looking at. GJ is just being GJ's consolidating. Let it do its thing. Chris, okay, no worries, I'll hop in the call. All good, mate. More than welcome. Gold trade, which prop was that? That was only funds. Not to be mistaken for only scams or only fans. They were all good until I changed ownership. And that happens to be just before I was due a payout. So myself and a good friend of mine both had accounts, and exact same thing happened to both of us. Train of Nick, how do you know who to trust? You need to have evidence of, you know, or mates who have been paid out. So the only one I know of, actually a couple I know of, FTMO is definitely one of them. I've seen a good mate of mine being paid out within minutes of requesting it multiple times. So that's probably my next bet if I do choose to go down that path. Audacity, I know someone, obviously one of my members who I've coached personally. She gets regular withdrawals from Audacity, never has an issue. And yeah, Fivers are a good one for sure. But the only issue with that was the spreads at the time, but they may have fixed, I'm not sure now. That was a while back. Baby girl, can I join? You're welcome to join.
Just to add something, I think Fivers is really good. They have very good execution and all of that.
Yeah.
So I was using Fivers for some time, and I will copy trades from my other account to Fivers, and the Fivers account will have a better entry than the original account that I took the trade.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I would copy a trade from one account. Usually the account that is copying will get like a bad entry, a slower entry. But
okay, yeah.
This was the opposite. Like, it will literally have a better entry than the original account.
Were you using a VPS to copy trade, or?
No, I was using a third party expert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because VPS is good because they're lightning fast when it comes to trade execution. That Forex VPS is one. I think it's a really good one. From memory. I think that was the name of it. But thank you for sharing. Stephen Griffiths, would you briefly explain how you decide on that target range? Drawing in my zones, you mean, or starts at the 4 hour? So for me, I incorporate a lot. We've got lower points here, but I'm more focused on the most recent level. So you can just ignore that to the left for the time being. I'm focused on the lowest point of any bullish candle. And that will be the low of the support. And I connect it to the closest body. So sometimes you're going to have a bullish candle closing a little bit lower down, but it doesn't happen to be the lowest point of it. So I'll connect it to, for instance, low of that particular bullish candle, if that's to be the case. And see upside. The highest point of any bearish candle at the resistance, which is here on the 30. The blue zones are the 30-minute zones. 4 hour zones are the gray zones. Obviously that's to the upside there. So that's how I go about it. Everyone does it differently. Some don't even use zones. Each their own, mate. But that's how I go about it. Let me quickly have a read through the chat again. Star Star one. Hello to you. How are you doing? All good, mate. Yourself? Frere, active. Always active. Love going to gym, mate. No, you're not talking about that. But what do you mean by active? In a trade? No, I'm not in a trade. Star one, you're backed. Gold trader. Spreads are great. Have to. Oh, really? What are the spreads like on gold? Don Cartel, thank you once again for the sticker. Appreciate it. D-Man, I'm with IC Markets. I haven't had a problem with draw. Yeah, never have problems with IC Markets. That's who I'm with. Very quick, but we're talking about. Oh, you're talking about the funded IC Markets. Because I know there is one, but we can't access it here. It's not regulated by ASIC, so we can't. It does not allow for Australian citizens, Australian residents. So that was one I would have been definitely willing to have a go of. Don Cartel had Lego. What chart you looking at? Gold. You can use EM. Oh, really? Is that right, Phil? You can use. I could use MagicKeys on Fivers. That would be huge. You guys know I love my MagicKeys. Where to entry? Well, looking for a potential sell, perhaps the way we're popping back up to the resistance here. So once it's happened into this blue zone, potentially. But we'll soon see. Pack the matrix. Are you looking to sell? Yeah, at this rate, I'm likely going to be looking for sells now. Steve, all good. Coco, are you using TradingView? Yes, this is just the free version. I don't use indicators. I don't backtest on TradingView, so I don't need the replay function. I do backtest with my group every second Sunday, but I don't use TradingView for that. Don Cartel? Yeah, this is gold. Grid one, sell. Maybe. Gold trader, 15 to 20 points on gold. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, gold, IC Markets, just your raw spread account when using your own funds is less than a pip for the most part, but it's really hard to find that on other brokers. Right now it's 8 points, so it's less than a pip. Fluctuates between that and 1.1 pip, 1.1 pips. Grid one, what strategy do you use? It's my own analyze, confirm, trade. So pure price action based off predetermined levels using the 4 hour 30-minute, and also referring to a preferred bias, which I work determined based off multiple time frames, staying at the higher time frames down. It's simple price action. There's no imbalances, there's no fair value apps, there's no indicators, there's none of that. It's not SMC, it's not just purely support resistance. A lot of people think it is. It's not. There is a lot more to it. There's the interruption plays, there's the zone to zone buyers, there's the impulse breakouts, there's plenty of different ways. It all depends on price action at my levels. Yeah, excuse me guys, by clearing my throat all the time. Trading with Nick, what are your thoughts on Bullnox? No idea what it is, to be honest. Mark, g'day to you. On holidays, missing charts? Oh, enjoy your holiday, mate. Always good to have a break. Pack to matrix, possible price to go in gold when it turns down. Well, I'm looking at 33.10 roughly. Half rich too. Please can I get your contact? My contact, or send me a DM, mate. I do not. That's another thing, guys. Just remember, I don't send anyone a DM. I do not initiate contact. If someone sends you a message claiming to be me, it's not me. So just run for the hill, block them, because they're likely trying to scam you. Alex, in what minutes do you trade? What time frame? 15. When I trade, when price dictates and where I want to get involved, when price actually provides my price action signal, which in a minute it's not doing, but it could potentially do so soon because we are now approaching resistance. GJ's shit, forget it. Ed Power, crazy music, thank you. Paul, morning to you. Thank you to all new followers, wow. Good to see. Do appreciate it, guys. Bradley, what's the blue zone for? It is zone of liquidity, the way I see it. It is a zone prices tapped into to rejected multiple times. I would usually just use the highest point of 30, so closure to the highest point, but we've wicked into the level just below it multiple times, so I'm just going to incorporate that whole level as a potential rejection zone. That's where I'll be looking for options to sell it, or options to buy it back above that point. Chris, welcome to the Zoom stream. So you popped on, Tommy.
Yeah, morning guys.
How are you, mate? How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Nice one. All good, mate. All good. Just sitting, chilling, waiting.
Good to hear.
That's what we do best here. Just, you know, discipline, patience and discipline. How's the training going?
I haven't done much recently, just focusing on the course.
Yep.
But yeah, I want to get more involved in the course and just sort of see if I can learn better this way as well.
Nice one, mate.
The course at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, take your time with it.
Yeah.
There is a lot of content, as you know.
That's good though. I appreciate this, mate.
Pleasure, mate. Glad you are enjoying it.
Morning, Justin. How are you, mate?
Tommy, mate, all good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
Yep. Long time. Been busy. Have you been training or?
I have not as much. Still just trying to perfect this gold thing at the minute.
Yep. Yeah.
Getting some progress. There's definitely some improvements. So
That's it.
fingers crossed.
Awesome, mate. How's life in Hong Kong?
Good, mate. It's starting to get really warm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're gonna start getting like the tropical showers and things like that at the minute. So
Yeah. Some not crazy storms, wouldn't there?
mate, it much reminds me of like Australia, where you get like the tropical storms, where it's just lightning every couple of seconds.
Mm. Yeah, it's probably much like Thailand as well, to be honest. Yeah. Weather's turned to a shit here in Melbourne, and so is my throat, my nose. Just right in time.
Sounds about right. Any plans to go to Thailand soon?
Probably in August. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, nice, mate.
Definitely in August, mate. Be there for a while, hopefully. We'll see. I'll still be streaming. I'll still be working. Got my office over there, so got a better setup than what I have here, actually. So looking forward to that.
Are you up north? Like, are you like North Thailand?
Yeah, northeast.
Okay.
Bigger city up there in the northeastern Thailand. So nice part of the world. Crazy storms there, mate. Oh god, you swear the world's ending sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolute the mother of all storms you get there.
I think we're gonna try and do like a few days in Thailand, because it's like a 2-hour flight from us.
Oh, nice one.
So,
Have to let us know.
Well, that's what I was thinking. So Molly's dad lives out there as well, so we're gonna see if we can go that way. But I think it's Phuket way. I think it is.
Okay, it's south. Yeah. We'll try to work something out.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Keep in touch and be good.
I'll let you know when I know more information.
For sure. Should have a team meetup. That'd be nice in the future. But yeah, for sure, mate. Let us know.
We'll do, mate.
Hesmir, hello to you. Sell is the best option at the moment. What do you reckon? Yeah, I agree. But can't just sell it because I think it's a better option. You need to wait for some sort of catalyst. Now, what I really would have wanted to see was this 15 close back bearish, closing the 30, a weak bullish candle. Off the back of that, I could look for a sell. Now, I can use the fib here, the fib trick. And if we close below 0.382, that would be quite a strong rejection. And therefore, that weak support form just below the resistance, if prices begin to break it, then I feel it'd be a high probability price could come back down towards that 32.95 sort of region. So I really ideally like to see. But at this rate, it does not look like it's going to happen. But we'll keep an eye on things. I'm not completely ruling out an entry at session open, but it may come down to the entry candle itself. So sorry guys, I got a lozenge in my mouth because my throat is just cactus. If price pops straight up without a low wick, taps into this zone, very, very risky and impulsive. But we know for a fact that majority of these candles, 95% plus, will have wicks in either direction. So there's a high probability if it taps into a level of liquidity without that low wick, it's going to reject, create that low wick, and be safely in profit at that point. So that's something I may consider. Issue is that with that is stop loss. You just have to have it above, probably above the resistance, and manage it. Begins to break some wicks to the left here. It is the most impulsive of my entries, but it's something that works quite well. So we've got a few minutes to wait for that, 2 minutes to be exact. Bradley, so wait for liquidity to hit the zone, see where the candle finishes, win the zone, and decide. That's, yes, that's pretty much what I normally would be doing. Zahir, hello to you. Good morning to you. Let's scalp gold. Hello. Globalize go. You're also from Melbourne. I've been training 9 years. Took me 7 years to become proper. That's the thing that take everyone a different length of time. I've been training for 8 years. Took me probably about best part of 3 years, give or take. Let's scalp gold. Do you trade no bottom or top wick strat? No idea what that is, to be honest. Everyone loves Josh. Do they now? You think Naz is going to sell soon? Is that support? So I'll wait for market open to see if there is an entry on gold, then I will look at Naz.
Hey, good morning, Justin.
How are you, mate?
Hey, a little bit overslept. So,
All good.
this morning. And you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad.
Okay.
You been on gold?
You was already successful this morning.
During the Asian session, yes. Yeah, on gold.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. Keep an eye on possible entries just here as well. So it's closing strong bullish, so there's no there's no sell on a break of a low of a candle here or anything, in my opinion. It's all comes down to price action at the open. So I want it to pop straight up that low wick. Alright, so far so good. It's got no low more. Forget it, it's got a low wick now, so it's invalid. Alright, that just needs to wait. Needs to wait. Now, what I'm probably going to be waiting for is to see if we approach the low of the most recent support here. Could draw in his zone. And look for a potential closure below that zone. on the 30. So we're almost tapping into that resistance. That's a good thing. I don't have to be concerned about us potentially pulling back up into it before we did sell off. And if we don't sell off and continue through it, there's going to be options to potentially buy it. Oh, GJ. Why did no one mention GJ? Wow, look at that. The last 5 minutes. GJ breaks the high. It's not going to be a bad option, guys. Yeah, you need to literally enter it just now, though. That's the thing. Stop loss is huge. It's too difficult based off a stop loss. That's not a bad catalyst, to be honest, guys. I wasn't even watching it. No one mentioned it. It's closed above. The issue is there's no stop loss. The stop loss is off the back of the previous count was massive. The current count was just, it's nowhere near wide enough. Looking about 7 pips or so, 6-7 pips. It's just not, yeah, about 8 pips, not wide enough. So I'm not jumping into that. I'm just gonna wait on gold. Venom, hello to you. Let's go up gold, 5 minute, no, top wick. You're in buys from 32.99. Excuse me, guys. E0000, buy or sell? Well, current level, I don't really want to buy it, but I can't just sell it without a catalyst to do so. So let's see, it's tapping and rejecting. I need some sort of reason to sell it.
Justin, are we waiting for this to close in the zone?
No, it doesn't necessarily have to close in the zone. We just want to reject it, so it's tapped in.
Yep.
It's rejecting it. Would have taken impulse sell had we not had a low wick, but we have one, so there's no impulse sell. Just in case, because the previous candle was a strong bullish candle, in case it's creating a low wick, in order for it to continue up, push through this zone, and then you're stuck in drawdown, and you end up taking a loss.
Yeah, okay.
So now I need to wait to see how price reacts. The first potential entry point is below this support 33.03.
Yep.
But we may get an entry slightly higher up now. Just depends on how this candle closes on the 15 and really how the 30 closes, to be honest. What happens within it on the 15. Excuse me. Job done. Wick created. Well done. What is the GJ? Paul Speller. That's pound yen. Oh, this is looking better. This is looking a lot better now. So it's broken a high. It's now rejecting. It's now creating more significant low wick. If it was to now bounce off this resistance and break its own high, there's a high probability. But what is the margin we have? I'll buy a trade in a minute. It's not a great deal. You're looking at about 12 pips once you count for spread. Look at Yali. Looks shit on that time frame. Let's not look at it. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait on gold. Doesn't look great, to be honest. Price action does make sense though if it does begin to flip and break its own high. But I'm gonna wait for gold. SpongeBob, my bias is neutral on gold, but based on where we're at, I would prefer to look for a sell rather than buy it. So it's all good, guys, and we know we don't stress it, we just chill. A lot of time the trades come towards the end of the stream as well, so all good. It's only 5 minutes into London session. $2, JJ. Well, it's pulling back too fast. So the thing is, now you don't even have a 1-to-1. There's nothing on it. It's just consolidating. If it pulled back towards the low of that zone and begun to reject and bounce and flip to break its own high, I would have trusted that for a buy. But it's pulled back too far. Now it's just back into consolidation. It's a slow trickle down at the minute. It's really not giving me any clear direction at all. So I'd rather just leave it alone. Once again, focus on gold. Nas, yeah, we'll look at it. Sorry, I forgot to look at it. I was asked a little bit not too long ago about Nas, what my thoughts were. Very bullish at the minute by the looks of it. Let's look at it weekly. Oh no, from week to week, it's such a different story on the equities here, especially obviously the indices NAS. No low week. You guys know how I feel about that. Doesn't necessarily need one. It's approaching high that previous weekly candle. Jeez, I'm really struggling here, guys. Daily structure is bullish. Candle was obviously to the upside here. Strong bullish closure on the previous candle. Approaching the resistance though, not quite tapped in on the daily time frame, but not much margin to the upside. The back of that 4 hour is at a resistance. Hence why it's struggling, losing momentum at these highs. Structurally, it has flipped bullish. Yesterday it was bullish as well. Support, market in on the 30, up the highs was good. 30 is also bullish. The bias is to the upside here. That point is where structural flip, so back below 21.43, 430 roughly. So what I would prefer to see on NAS, if I was to counter trend sell it, I'd mark in this support, and what I would prefer to see is actually price tap back up into that 4 hour resistance, reject, come back below, and look for options to sell once you get that confirmation of a closure below 21.365. That's what I would prefer to see, because at that point there you can say, well, we've tapped into that 4 hour range yet again, for the resistance, sorry. We have rejected it once again. So once again, we're highly likely to pull back from that level. So respective of structure and bias, I could potentially get involved in a sell. Otherwise, the buys are a bit difficult because they buy it into consolidation. So in this situation, I would just wait for it to pop above the resistance here on a 4 hour for the more probable buys, in my opinion. Otherwise, buys from pullback, buys above 15 or 30. Otherwise, you're looking at pullback buys as well. I'd be looking at this level, 21.306. So you could get a sell prior to that and then look for price to bounce. Carl, all good, mate. Hope you have a good day. Thank you for your support as always. I'll catch you tomorrow. Gold trader, gold is moving up. Yeah, it's still at resistance though. Mr. Terminals can buy gold. I mean, if you like. Me, I'm waiting for it to break above this resistance and give me a price action signal in order to buy it. Everyone loves Josh, all good. Real XRP wifey, XRP BC all the way. What is XRP doing these days? Just looks range bound by the looks of it. Still quite strong though. Obviously Bitcoin very strong at the minute. Gold trader rejected 33.12.
EU and GU are pushing up.
EU and GU?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alright, GU, that
Maybe correct. Yeah.
That was a-
Interesting.
yeah, that was a chart from yesterday actually. Literally tapped into that level and bounced. Look at that. So that's why I have these zones, guys. How often will I see and you guys see price tap into it and react to it? Look what that's done. That's from yesterday. I've not looked at this today. And now look at it. So it's approaching a resistance. I'll be looking for rejection to sell it or potential buys above it potential as well as an option. 135 flat.
Correct.
Psychological round number as well. Jacob, this real? Yeah, it definitely is. It's not recorded. Have a look at the live charts, mate. You're looking to sell 33.15 SpongeBob. If it rejects, potentially. But I don't have any confirmation. I'm not just going to sell it so it taps in. I need some price action catalyst to do so. Because it could burst straight through it and could get options to buy it. One more follow, guys, and we get to that 100 level for the stream, which is good. Really good. There we go. 100 new followers on today's TikTok stream. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you, thank you. So we're waiting here on gold to decide if it's going to burst through. Close above, we've got options to buy it potentially. If it's going to reject, we could have options to potentially sell it. So it's just a matter of waiting to see how price reacts. We've gone 15 minutes into London open. I don't have an entry because we're at resistance. I don't have an entry to sell it because there's no confirmation to do so. So I'm just going to wait another 15 minutes and see where we're at. Meantime, guys, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 1 minute. Alrighty, guys. To Legend 23, which time frame? This is at the moment the 30, but 15 and 30. So let's see. We want to close for any potential impulse entry on the next M30. You want to close very strong bullish up near the high, well above. Let me just adjust this zone just now. And I want to close above the 50% from top to bottom of that zone. And that would be a pretty strong suggestion that price, if it was to break that resistance, will likely burst through it based off the volume on the catalyst candle. So I want it to close above the 50% within the range. Then I need a lower wick. As it begins to break into the clean traffic, there could be options to buy it. It continues to reject. We need a strong, very strong bearish candle here on the 15. Now preference would be for it to close back below this most recent resistance. Engulfing would be better. But if it does close back below that most recent resistance, it's going to close. I mean, even if it closes bullish, it's going to be a very weak bullish candle closure with a long upper wick, suggesting it's grabbed liquidity from this resistance yet again. And if price was to begin to break the low of this candle on the following candle, so long as it has an upper wick, it could be options to sell off the back of that. So upper wick, and if it begins to break, and that could be an option to sell it. So that's the options at the minute to both the upside and downside. Just waiting for this candle now to close on the 15 and 30. JJ still in consolidation, so yeah, you can just remove that now. Deck, thank you for sharing the live. Des. Don, thank you once again for those stickers, mate. Appreciate it. Smarty Stocks 03. I'm on 2 buys at 3,300. Would you recommend closing one? Yeah, you're in some good profits, so have a plan. I would secure some of the profit, so perhaps if that means closing one trade and keep the other one running, but with, you know, stop loss safely either in profit or at break even. Because right now it's at resistance, so it could potentially be a level where it does reject. Could also burst through it though. So I definitely would secure some profit at the back of the fact it is at resistance. Make sure you're trailing stop loss to at least break even on the other trade. Zip fan page, best stocks traded in Webull right now, no idea. I don't trade equities at all, nor do I use Webull, to be honest. Smarties Stocks 03, not a problem, all good, mate. So you see, I'm rule based guy, so now, before I quickly went off for a minute, explain what I want to see. So price was to close below this horizontal here, I'd be looking for a sell. We close above this horizontal here, we could potentially have options to buy it on impulse as it breaks the resistance here on the following candle. I have some very simple rules to follow, and it's just a matter of waiting to see if it ticks off. So that means if it closes in between, still have to wait. Nothing I can do if it closes in between. Be nice. Offline, based off price action, what are you looking for on GJ longs or shorts? It's just consolidating, so I really would prefer to make a nice clean move down to 4-hour support and then look for my price action catalyst. Again, there's so many different ways I can get involved. Best one is the engulfing play. May not present though. Be a liquidity candle, wicking down, rejecting this range to close back above. But the minute it just needs to make a clear move down because it's just a slow trickle, so it's consolidating back down to that support, which means it could just consolidate back up. So for me, it's very difficult in the minute. Otherwise, pullbacks, sort of 4-hour resistance, and wait for again a signal from the highs. Bradley Aerosmith, 1 minute counts as just sells. Fair enough. I don't trade the 1 minute. Truth Patrol Africa, what time frame is best for entry? Look at just whatever time frame suits you, whatever you have the data to back up to say it works well for you. For me, it's the 15 and 30 on gold. Can look down to the 5 minute to add confidence, but not so much to validate an entry. Only on one particular entry will I use the 5 minutes to give me a valid reason to take it. GJ, I generally stick to the 30. We'll look to the 15, but the catalyst usually required to happen on the 30. Again, there's so many ways you can skin a cat. Others trade bear off the alley. Some use the higher time frames. Some use the 15. Some use the 5 well. So again, you need to have the data to back it up. The only way to have that data is to regularly journal. Bradley Aerosmith, where would your targets be for a sell? Well, if you're currently running into, well, rolling with a sell, I'd be targeting support here at 3,304. And then the 4-hour support at 3,295. Saunders, what's my opinion what gold will do today? As long as we remain below this resistance, I feel it's a good chance we're going to just be perhaps range bound. So coming back down to the 4-hour support. Below that support, you're running straight into another strong level. So, I mean, for the time being, it seems like that's what could be the case, where we're just stuck in this range. If we begin to pop above 33.15, and there's a good chance we're going to end up being closing a very strong bullish candle. All right, let's see, guys. 5 minutes. We are rejecting. The one issue will be stop loss by the looks of it. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. Just depends where this closes. So the rule is I want it to close below that resistance, and that will close the M30 weak bullish, or maybe even bearish. Off the back of that, rejecting the daily high, the resistance, the Asian session high, there's a good chance we may be coming back down towards the lows of the Asian session. So I need to wait 4 minutes, and I want to see if we do close below this horizontal. Man, Cud Wagwan. Anyone know good direction FOMC tomorrow? I don't trade news, mate. It's very risky. It is today too, isn't it? Actually, that's, yeah, late though. So I'm definitely not on charts for that. 4 AM. That's my time. That's here in Oz. In Melbourne, to be specific. Bradley Aerosmith. It's ultra low latency, so it should only be like 3 seconds, I think. Not sure how TikTok roller, TikTok Studio, to be honest. I know on YouTube, it's 3 seconds. TikTok might be quick, I'm not sure. So this FOMC would be gold bullish. That's why we are getting bid now. Who knows? All I can say is I bought some silver today because, yeah, no, I just accumulate it. Thought it'd be a good time just in case it does pump off the back of FOMC. Saunas do work 15-minute time frames. Generally speaking, yes. It's a one I follow a lot on gold. 32.96 Lulu Tobing. Yeah, it's a good destination if it do get a catalyst here to sell it. Totus, silver stocks dirt cheap. Do you follow Rick Rule? Yeah, I do follow Rick Rule. I think he's a really very intelligent person to follow. Obviously he knows a lot about metals, and not just that, but you know, general the world economies and all that type of thing, how things work. Yeah, silver stocks, yeah, but they're very volatile as well, so they're gonna be very hit and miss. Kind of like the meme coin market, I suppose, of the, you know, of the equities, I suppose. There's those junior silver stocks, junior miners. But then what are the, on chat's moving, what are the best entries? Wait and see, just depends. When your best entry is waiting on your rule to be ticked off, your price action catalyst, which is not going to by the looks of things at the minute. So I just need to once again patiently wait. So we'll see. Unless it drops in the next minute and 20 seconds to below its horizontal, I need to wait another catalyst, and that might be a weak pause on the next 15-minute candle, closing bullish below the support. Weak bullish for long upper week, and then potentially at the back of that might be able to find an earlier sell from higher up. Beyond, I got TikTok and YouTube. It's better to see on YouTube. Fair enough. Sadiq, should I go sell now? If you believe it's a sell right now, you go sell right now. For me, I'm just waiting. Ellie Quat, is it normal if someone's calling me about my trip? No, it's not normal. If someone's sending you a DM saying they can help you, or just don't reply, just delete it. Once again, I would never ever send anyone a direct message without you guys initiating contact. You're more than welcome to contact me. I always reply. Happy to chat to you guys. Yeah, but I would never initiate contact. So someone would be surprised to see it grow 20% on gameplay. Into it. Yeah, silver mining stocks. Gold trader, you cannot listen to him. Why, you don't like him, or you, what's the reason? Arafin, hello to you. Hope things are a bit better for you. I like what? So is normal. Yeah, read that. Toast mentor of mine since 2015. Nice. I think you're a lucky guy to have him as a mentor. You've had 38 per annum since. Nice one. 30%, sorry. All right. This closes week bullish on the 15. Got a potential entry off the back of the weak pause play. It's flipping at the minute. But again, I'm simply following my rule because off the back of the 30, yes, it's rejected, but it's close, still a little bit too strong for me to sell anything at the minute, or to take the sell. So I'm just waiting for another signal to present, and that is a weak bullish pause just here. Form that support, and prices to break that support, Then I would take an entry off the back of that. But to me, this 15 up against that 15 up against this 30 is not strong enough. And it's, you know, so far proving to be the right decision. Inside, one layer, stop loss ready in. Toast loves the day trading, but I'm a huge skeptic of shorter time frames. Yeah, see, that's where you've got to draw a line. If you're a skeptic of it, then don't go any longer than like 15 and 30. Again, I don't purely execute off the 5 minutes. It's just too much noise, too much data. Some will use the 1 minute. Forget that for me. Been working on something which I will incorporate the use of the 1 minute, but still prior to it, you're sort of weighing on a higher time frame catalyst. Zero-sum game, it's brutal. Yeah, again, it's about following strict rules that you know work for you, that give you your edge on the markets. That's simply what I do. I know I'm going to have lean weeks where I just don't get many opportunities because the rules won't be ticked off in accordance to my plan. This week I've had one trade and it was a win during the Asian session so far. But in general, May has been an absolutely cracking month. It's been a really solid month. Had 2 shit trades and both times I pretty much bent my rule. And that's what happens when you bent your rules. Other than that, it's been a cracking month. Caught my biggest win for the year on gold last Wednesday during the Asian session. Caught another nice gold win on this particular stream last Wednesday. A week before we had 5 wins on stream and 1 break even, so it's been a cracking month. Below Gbpjpy, that's the daily high sell. Toast, is it realistic to make 2% a month? Yeah, easy, very realistic. In fact, that'd be quite a lean month, to be honest. Still profit though. But yeah, it's definitely realistic. It's all about, again, following your plan, using your edge. Gold at the moment popping back up. So we may have a few catalysts here to look for the buy, but I need to wait for this count to close. So we may close bullish engulfing. We may close above that 50%. So all of a sudden the buys may be back on the table, but we need to patiently wait. And to be honest, where we're coming from, I really want to wait for a 30-minute closure at this point. Unless we close above. We'll wait and see. Gold trade January last year when the true guys were buying gold 1980 and then followed the bull market. I wish I was buying gold 1980. So well done, mate. Good to hear. Yep, thank you, mate. Only if I have 1,000 pounds in my IC account. What is that deal lot size? About 10 cents, 10 cent lots, 10 pence or whatever you guys call it. Look at that rejection now. Wow. Gold, lots of volume at the minute, and that's why we need to be patient. It's not liking this level. Wow, is there something breaking the news? That's what that candle resembles at the minute. Possibly something to do with that. Not sure. About Russia will announce the next round of direct talks with Ukraine in the near future. I don't think so. Wow. Golding about at the minute. Paul Speller, do you say when you're entering? I most certainly do. But again, I'm a very strict rule-based patient trader. So sometimes you're going to be on the stream, you're going to see multiple entries. Sometimes you're going to be on the stream, you're not going to see an entry for a few days, but you're definitely going to learn. And look what the level we've tapped into and bouncing off. Alright, this is interesting. We just need to wait and see where this 15 closes. If it closes like so, then we may have options to sell it on the next M15 as it breaks low of this candle. Gold trail will hear nothing from Rick Rule and his cronies when it got up to 3,500. He shouts from the rooftop, 9,000. Yeah, I don't know. I've been following for a while now, so he's not a trader, mate. That's the thing. He's a long-term investor. I'm sure he does trade, but I don't think he trades gold. I think he just accumulates. So just London's been open for 37 minutes, mate. Good rejection, yep, at the moment, gold trader. So again, I'm just waiting to see how this count closes. This would be perfect if it closed like so, because then the entry's back below that resistance as well. Wait for an upper wick as price begins to break at candles low, and that will be my target, 33.04, based off the 30. Toast Rick Rule isn't a pumper. I've never heard him. Nah, he's just a very well-educated individual who knows a lot about the space, the way things work. I believe gold will get to that point at some time. God knows when. Might not be for 5 years or 10 years. Who knows? Flav Ioli. Dollar is going up, but gold is staying still. Why do you think that happens? Because gold moves on its own accordance these days. Doesn't tend to worry about the DXY. I've always mentioned it. Why bother looking at DXY for direction of gold? Just focus on the gold chart. Yeah, the majors, obviously DXY goes up, the majors going down. So on and so forth, vice versa as well. But gold, it just does its own thing. For the most part, the past few years, DXY has been going up and so is gold. So, you know, go figure. Those who say inversely correlate, then why over the past few years has gold gone up at the same time as the DXY? Oh, man. I know lots of people be trying to trade this at the minute, in and out, and getting absolutely wrecked in both directions. So me on the break 15, based off liquidity candle. Fair enough, very, very risky, but I understand it. For me, I'm just patiently waiting. I want to see how this candle closes. Sells, yep. Gold is global stand now, yep. It's the only other tier 1 asset other than in accordance to the Bank of International Settlements, other than the US dollar. Just stand bloke left for a while. Did you end up buying after it left the range? No, it hasn't left the range. It's still below the resistance. So I'm looking for sells here. But there's enormous volatility at the moment. It's up and down like a yo-yo. I'm not sure if there's been anything that has been breaking. I'm not sure if anyone knows any. Doesn't appear to be anything because financial juice tends to be very quick with it all. Even though it says it's delayed, for the most part it's not. Wow, look at gold. This is just That's why I'm not taking any impulse entry at the minute. And hence why I'm going to have to wait for the 30s to close above this point, because it's just too volatile. It keeps up, down. It's not like in this level, it's bouncing off it. Still below the resistance. We really need a strong closure above here and not try to jump in prematurely. Almost Marty. Time frame is this 15. Toast, yes, very big, a lot of volatility at the moment. Ed Lee from a chart looks like a sell, potentially, but not just yet. Just stand bloke, yeah, that short range. Hugh Besant, sweet, 33.15. It may do so, this resistance, and then come back down, who knows. But either way, I'm still waiting. The best thing to do is just wait when we have volatility like the current candle. It's up, down, it's all over the shop. Looks like it's closing bullish engulfing. Best thing to do is just wait. Tommy, you're out? Yeah, fair enough, mate. Very, very impulsive. At least big price in this massive sell. Just stand bloke your range 33.09. Wow, look at this, just now pushing through. Enter, nice one. Wait for the test candle and it showed bullish moves, so I bought. Stand bloke, nice one. Life quotes morning to you, mate. Not seen you about much. Hope all is well, mate. Hope you're enjoying the group and learning. Bruno, thank you so much. Justin, been teaching on price action discipline, saved me money from being lost today. Thanks to your rules. Taught me in VIP. Appreciate it, mate. Look at this. No idea what's going on here. But something is moving the markets quite substantially at the minute, and gold is just bouncing. So once again, I need a signal, guys. I don't have it. It's just coming from, shooting from below the resistance here. I mean, up and down now. It's looking like it's going to pop up. I need to just chill and wait. Again, the only thing I can now wait for, because that's the move. I'm not prepared to take the impulse entry as it begins to break above on the following candle. I need for it to reset. I need to create a minor pause. I need to tap in at this next M15 closes weak bearish back above. Then I will be happy to act on that or react. The issue is right now you're looking at 80, 90 plus pip stop, technical stop of the previous M15. This current candle has already pushed almost 100 pips. How far could it continue in the next 15 minutes? It could make the whole move up. It's gold, it could do anything. But how comfortable am I without it? Again, resetting. It's closed up near its high. It's likely just going to pop straight up. Yep. Pop straight up. No way that's an entry for me. No stop loss. It's got no low wick. Again, it's patience, guys. It's okay to miss moves. It's okay. It's fine. Reassess. Come up with another game plan. Oh, God, my throat. Q-Besant still want to see low at some point. Patience. Yeah, that's all it's about. So if this just pumps to the upside and there is no confirmation for me just now, I need to just wait for it to pull back, form support. Could be options later. Elite patience is all virtue. Yep. So sure is it done. Elite still a green pass, so it's going to go up before it comes down. You know what? Sometimes it is that simple. Appreciate it, mate. And you know what? If it works for you, by all means. Just if on Sir, it was grabbing 1 hour liquidity to head up. Excuse me, God. Well, that didn't feel good. Eric, you're in a short? Okay, interesting. Be careful of that. It's broken into a clean range. GJ is just not interested in moving at all. Oh, GU. Looks good. Not sure, Franco, if you've got any opinion of it, but that's a really nice, strong catalyst.
No.
Out of 30 still open.
I'm waiting for the M30 closure.
Okay, yep. Fair enough. Definitely understand that. It's come from afar as well, so yep.
It might tempting, but
No, 100%. 100% I agree. It's come from too far. Just bloke you sort of 1 hour or so. Nice one, guys. I'm honestly happy for you guys. You're just reacting to your plan. That's it. Good work. For me, I just saw it still below resistance, so there was no valid entry. Deadly, not yet, because a lot of going up before it will go down again. Could do so. Here she blows. Toast, yep. Bronson buy, sell, or wait. At the minute, if you're not in anything, you need to wait. I'm not in anything. Yeah, I'm not an impulsive trader. Unless I have the reason, the right catalyst to do so. I didn't have it just there. I just need to patiently wait. That's it. Once again, I'm so chilled on the charts. I could not care less if I miss a 200, 300 pip move, because I know I relax, wait patiently. Even if I have to come back the next day, it's a good chance I'll get on the end of a trade I wanted to get involved in, like it did today during the Asian session. Grabbed a quick 30 plus pips on that one, and it could happen again later. There's no need to force it. If it's not your trade, it's not your trade. Plain and simple. Oops. Remove that now. Remove this as well. And that becomes the next possible entry point for a sell, in my opinion, at the minute. We'll adjust this shortly. If we close above it, I'll keep it there because I want to see what happens when price retests it. Enter, never mind, all trades have owned 100%. That's it. Important thing is just to follow, you know, your analysis and then react. So that's exactly right. Toast? No, it's not gold futures. Let's have a look at that. That hasn't really moved, has it? At least not how many trades you make, it's how many times you get it right. Yeah, look, it's not how many trades you make, it's how you go about it, and if you follow your plan and stick to your rules and you're a disciplined trader, because in the long run you'll be in a much better position for it. Guys, thank you for the stickers. Tiffany, Bella, everyone. Yeah, so it's just doing things right. That's what it's about, and I try to stress it to my guys, because once you understand it, and whether it be the way I trade, some will come into my group and they will hang around and want and learn and commit to it and decide it's for them. Others will join, have a look at it, maybe work out it's not exactly what, you know, they want, how they want to go about it, which is also fair enough. But the important thing is to do it right, because if you do it right and it's proven that it works for you, your edge, and then all else will fall into place eventually. So I know right now I want to get involved in buys, but at this point I didn't really have a catalyst. Let me check something. I just want to see something. Not quite. So I need to do things right at the minute, and that's just patiently wait for it to reset, whether it be on a pullback or perhaps the little pause play, the interruption entry within this impulse if that presents. Otherwise the pullback to form support above resistance, or if it pulls back below the resistance, approaches the support here at 33.08 below the previous level we've just broken out of. There could be options to sell it off the back of that. GJ shit, forget it. Just see Fonsa. Very true, thank you. Live quotes. Toast, I think I paid £30, it's worth it. The VIP. Yeah, it's less than that, to be honest. Buy should in hold. Not sure what that is in regards to. Toast, who wants? Yeah, spot. Broker, I'll type in the chat just in case it gets me a ban for suggesting any more what they deem to be investment advice, even though it's not. Would I buy here? Nah, it's missed the move, unfortunately. Just a sample. Yeah, I do trade full time. Well, I trade the same session each day. I do have other sources or another source of income. I do have a business in the background as well, which I think is good because it takes the stress out of needing to trade as well. So yeah, so I can sit here and chill and not worry because I know just patiently wait. I'll get on the end of a more probable result. There's no need to force any. I've done it properly full time. Well, when I'm overseas, I usually spend a fair portion of my year overseas, and that's all I do, obviously. But again, it's good to have other things in the background. Toast, the group, it's 30 US. That's what it is, 30 US. So there's plenty in the group. I enjoy it. I really enjoy, you know, coaching and helping others. Heaps of education in there. Plus the course, which is huge. Ben, where have you been, brother? Glad to hear from you. Hope you're all welcome. Not sure if you're still here. Next problem I see with gold is bounced off level at 33.20 on the M15 on although now pushing through. Oh, just here? Yeah, potentially. But good to see you on the call, mate. Or on the stream. Hope all is well. Don't make a trade, wait patiently. Ali, yep, good advice. Grit. Are you watching the 30-minute chart? 15 and 30. Alright, so the final potential option is a limit order, guys. Because we are most definitely got the we do most definitely have the momentum to the upside just here. Broken through the resistance. The 30 is very clean. 15 we haven't quite tapped into this target, so as long as we don't tap into it, likely going to be looking for a limit order, and that will look something like this. Where's the back of the high of that resistance, stop loss back below it, it's quite a wide one. very difficult to manage because usually I look for colors such, well, sorry, technical levels such as break of a previous 15-minute candle. You don't have that there because you break the 15-minute candle, breaking the low, you're going to trigger full stop loss. But that is the next potential option, guys. So look, I go a small position because the fact's going to be wide stop loss and it's going to be very, very difficult to manage. So that's what I will likely be looking at. I need to wait for this candle to close. Last thing I want is for it to reject and leave a massive upper wick close just above. For it normally to be valid, you want it to close at least 10 pips above, but with the momentum and the volume to the upside here, I mean, I probably want at least 20, 25 pips above. So I'm going to call 33.18. Has to close above 33.18. And that would be okay. That would be good enough. So what is the highest point here on my broker? This is the zone to zone limit order entry that I'm looking at. That's what I call it. 33.15.86. All right, so we'll see in 2 minutes. Tiffany, good analysis. Thank you.
Unfortunately, you didn't like or didn't look for a buy right now. It's coming back.
Yep, nice one. So just need to wait a few minutes and see if the 30 closes above week 15 minute. Well, it's not going to close a pause candle, is it? Yeah, I'll just be waiting for the 30.
I wanted to close this bullish on this M50. But okay, I think it will not close.
Yeah, just have to wait and see. Keep an eye on gold. Paul Speller didn't wonder what GJ was earlier. It wasn't on my charts. That's why. Oh, okay, all good. Unlimited, this is trap the trade. Could be, who knows? But again, I'm just reacting to my catalyst. No one knows because no one has a crystal ball to be able to tell. Swift at the minute, yeah, flicking between. Hayden gold is unstable right now. As much as it fluctuate up, can go down. Yeah, it can do anything. Lucy, thank you for the hearts. Not much reward for risk there. On gold, it's very clean to the upside. Buys today at the minute now more bullish than bearish. So we want it to close above 33.18. The new candle can't just fly up. If it pops up and creates a fairly significant upper wick, then I'm not going to trust it. So it's closed above that level. All right. So I've got a buy limit, sorry. But if this thing starts to rip to the upside, I'm just going to remove it. All right. Well, looks likely that I'm going to remove it. It's just not going to happen, guys, at the minute. Because the issue is, especially off the back of that 15-minute rejection and leaving a long upper wick, if this was to pop up and leave long upper wick and then begin to retrace, that could be a liquidity grab yet again for us to come back down to retest this zone, and we may end up back below it or loitering around that level. Last thing I'm going to do is be stuck in a trade. I like to get in, out, done with quickly. 80+% of the time in profit. Sometimes though it's not. So yeah, it's definitely not valid anymore, guys. Removing it. All right, that's it. Nothing much I can do about it. gave it a crack, waited patiently. Nothing, if nothing else, good test of discipline, patience today. But moving forward, what I'd be looking for is, to be honest, the cleaner the move and the deeper the move, the better at the minute, because then it gives you more options to take it back up if it does make a pullback, retrace, and respect that 33.15 to look for buys from support. Aside from that, if it does reject, still don't see any real good options to sell it because of just the level it's at until back below 33.08, 09, that sort of level. So that's what I'll be looking at in regards to the sells. GJ is just being GJ. Again, when I see this, if I'm not on stream, I would just, it's dog shit. I would not touch it. Just needs to create some nice clean moves now. Just slow consolidation back to that 4-hour resistance from yesterday. Just let it do its thing. Don't try to anticipate or predict the move. React if and when the time comes. That's what I would stress to you guys. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Thank you one all for joining. I will be back tomorrow from the same time as today. It is, once again, depending where you are around the world, about an hour and 15 to an hour and 10 before London Open. So it's around 3:45, 3:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 6:45, 6:50 a.m. London time, and Euro obviously an hour later, depending where you are though, and US, no idea. But anyway, have a good one, guys. Appreciate the support. Sorry today, nothing. At least didn't lose. Well, I didn't lose. Sorry, mate.
Sorry. Quick question. Will you have NY today for?
Yeah, it's scheduled, mate. I'll likely not be able to talk much because my throat is just going. It's completely gone.
Understood. So, and you don't have a bank holiday tomorrow?
No.
So,
Oh.
Okay. So here in Germany there's a bank holiday.
Okay, fair enough. No,
Okay.
it's not for the UK as well, so I will be on stream.
Understood.
Unless I've got no voice whatsoever, but it should be right. I'll drink a lot of tea, a lot of hot water. Alrighty guys, take care. Do trade safe. My guys, I will see you later. I'll see you for NY, the VIP. If you want to know more about that, you guys can find the details in my on my profile page or in the YouTube description below. Take care guys, trade safe, don't do anything stupid. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you for your support. Cheers guys, until then.
See you soon, mate.
Bye guys.
Bye.
See you, mate.